Okay,
Okay.
you're
We have a
starting.
so. Welcome to another episode of Camila's 4 a.m. noon latte. it's
Latte.
it's me. It was supposed to be like a late night latte. It became a noon latte because now it's noon. And welcome to our third office of this year.
Yeah, this is a sad place.
Wow. And this, I'm so sorry. I love my first two office, but this might be my favorite one because so many windows. We're in front of trees, and we can actually have tables.
Yes. Okay, we need to shoot this podcast in 10 minutes because we already stopped the AC. So
Then
it's getting
will,
hot.
yeah.
It's a very common thing in Philippines. AC is
It's
always
very
noisy.
noisy.
Okay, so today we just wrap up about 90-day challenge, but this is also like announcement that big announcement about 90-day challenge.
Harry is resigning.
No. In conclusion, we're going to pause this 90-day challenge after finishing 60 days. So we will talk about why we are doing this and etc. So where we are starting?
Maybe in the bigger picture of why did we decide to pause? Let's
Okay.
start there.
Okay, yeah. So why did we pause is because one thing that we learned after this challenge of the competitions, the more we are spending time for this 90-day
New
challenge,
brand.
which is like a new setting the new brands. So two of us will be busy for Saturday, Sunday, and then weekdays morning and then night.
evening.
But that one thing that I really learned is when realized it, that is also sacrificing my time.
Our time.
Yeah. Uh,
For Etsuka.
for Etsuka, yes, exactly. Because we're not our lifestyle is working only like 8 to 6 or 9 to 5 or something like that. Our lifestyle is always working.
Thinking about the
Yeah,
company.
thinking about the company. So that being said, essentially like except for the sleeping time. So
Even sleeping, I dream about the company.
right? So we using our time for growth for Etsuka. So me involving for 90-day challenge is actually also hearting the Etsuka growth, right? So as a business owner, so this is actually we already knew that. We just also wanna try.
Correct.
But we realized that at least like me, I want to focus on Etsuka growth right now, not building a new business. So that's one of the big reasons to suggest Mimi to post.
Yeah. And also for me, it's not just the time spent, it's the mental energy.
We realize it's getting hot. Okay, go.
It's also the mental energy for me because with Etsuka, my huge contribution is always thinking about the design,
Yeah.
what kind of fabrics and what kind of design flatters my body, which will flatter hundreds of thousands of other women, right? But when launching another brand, I think of the design of another brand, and of course, it needs to be distinguished from each other because we cannot launch the exact same thing
I
for two
think-
different brands.
I think Ate is knocking.
Uh,
So,
hold on. Part 2.
no, this is a whole real life. Ate?
Try
Ate
to
there?
open. Try to open.
Oh, no. Huh? Maybe Ate is knocking.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah. And also, maybe a bigger picture of why do we want to have the 90-day challenge in the first place. That was the point of trying to open new brands to have another Etsuka so that we can grow as a company. So Etsuka is one product under Camila's 4am, and of course several successful Etsuka kind business makes sense. However, right now we can see that Etsuka is really growing fast even with a small effort from the two of us. So then we were like, why are we hampering the growth of Etsuka when it could have grown faster if we double down on what's working? So essentially that's it. We decided, okay, having new brand right now is hurting the growth of Etsuka because Etsuka system is not yet stable. As you know, we still have late orders. Our CS is not yet fully launched. Our supply chain is still very broken. So Etsuka in itself is still in the growth stage, and anything that will stop us from building Etsuka actually hurts Etsuka. So then Harry and I and Zach decided, okay, let's double down on what's working.
Can we turn on this?
Yes.
Because we have mic.
Yeah,
I believe it's okay.
yeah,
I believe
yeah.
it's okay.
Let's
I
see.
cannot focus.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
What is?
Teka. Can you hear the sound difference? Yes or no?
Okay. So, that's how we stopped, right? Essentially, we're just imagining the situation at the end of this year. Like, would you like to, what the two options? Like, what if we have more big Etsuka? Right now, we're only earning like a few million peso per month in Etsuka. But what if like we will have like, Etsuka can earn 10 million peso per month in 1 month, but no brands, no other brands. Or we have Etsuka, just few million peso like right now, and we also have another brand that earning like 1 million peso or something like that. So when we are imagining that two situations, of course, best case scenario is like we have Etsuka 10 million peso, another 5 million peso, another 3 million peso brands. But when we are not thinking that best case scenario, and then when we think about that two cases, for me, okay, I would rather to choose a situation that we have only one Etsuka, but Etsuka keep growing. Etsuka still didn't see the seeding, and then going to the global. So that would have more exciting situation for me.
Correct.
So that's one of the biggest decision for me to decide.
But in line with that, that also means we are very actively looking for brand manager for Etsuka. Number one, that's one.
That's gonna be off topic. That's gonna be off topic.
Let me be off topic. And number two, I am actively looking for someone who will head the new brand with me. Because if
But that's a really long plan. Not now.
not now, but if you're interested, just message me.
We don't have much viewers this one. Like maybe only 20 people.
I will post this on Instagram.
Anyway.
Anyway, but at
so-
least for people on Instagram, we will continue one brand, which is Kimono and Friends, because it's highly linked to Etsuka. So don't worry, some of your most favorite patchwork will still be there. Anyway, go.
Okay,
Conclude.
anyway. Yeah, so this is just update. Let's also update from day 30 to day 60. So day 30, remember we were in Cebu. At the time, remember, we just
Spent
finished
money.
several prototype.
I haven't even prototyped that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At that time, so if I remember correctly, I already sold a scarf to just have the petit cash.
You
No?
haven't, but you finished production. You're finishing
Okay.
production.
So just wrap up one summary. Okay. For my summary of day 30 to 60 is, in conclusion, I made a 3 types of prototype, like a kimono scarf, and then also that lazy boy men's fashions, chill fashions, and also waterproof tops. And 3 of the product were also could placed in our event. It's a private viewing. And let me that's my result. And also let's also compare how was it's got 60 days and also that my day 60. Remember when you started Etsuka day 60, I think you sold only one right then
Yeah.
through the bazaar.
Bazaar.
Compare with that situation, actually I was beyond.
Correct.
I could sell one waterproof tops, which is also more expensive price than what she
Etsuka.
sold Etsuka piece. Etsuka piece earlier were so cheap.
You know how cheap I sold? 2,000 pesos.
And then I could sell higher price
Sure,
and then waterproof.
Correct.
And then also I already could sell 4
Four
scarves.
scarves.
And then Lazy Boy collections,
One shorts.
one showed that our supplier made a mistake of the size. My target was men's, but
Became a women's shorts.
she purchased it. But essentially, I don't know. This is also something the question, right? It's just when we see the data of the sales, of course I could beyond that Etsuka, but was there any like a enthusiastic? It's another question, that's something we really cannot measure until we try day 90. But that's my summary of day 60.
For
What
me, day 30 to 60 was all about production. Since Harry started production early, he could start the selling. I didn't really start production early. I was just like, what should I do?
But you sold.
But Yes. So I started with an easy sell, which is patchwork kimono. Personally, I felt like it was still cheating because it's still kimono fabrics,
Yeah.
right? So I
It's like a
didn't.
teruomi.
Correct. I still don't feel proud about it, but the patchwork was really highly sellable. I could sell maybe a total of 15 pieces, if not more.
Wow, 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could sell 15 pieces and all profitable and all. There are still people who wanted to get it, right?
That's a way beyond than Exca.
Yeah, but I told you, I feel like it's cheating because I didn't
Because it's
try.
it can be Exca.
Correct.
I think people even don't know it's a new brand, right?
Correct.
It's a part of like Exca.
The second one that I've been trying actually is the using of another Japanese fabric, but not kimono, which is the indigo, the izome.
Yeah.
I made only one.
That's a new brand actually.
Yes.
That's a real new challenge.
Yeah. One or two prototype. I was supposed to be selling now, and people are actually starting to inquire.
Could you sell?
No. But I want to sell at least one. Some people are already inquiring. I'll sell whatever I have on hand and see
Let's see.
see what the problem with izome. I realize it's more difficult to make than kimono.
Really?
It's more difficult to patch two different fabric that is very artistic because kimono can be patterned, but patching cannot be patterned. It's a designer's eye, right? Where to place. The kimono, like the etsuka patch is very easy because it's the same place. It's always pocket, it's always shoulder.
Yeah.
But the patching of kimono, of the izome, it requires me. So now, there's only one designer. So that's some of the. But I will still try to sell even if we pause, just
I
because.
increase the AC. It's hot. It's really nice view.
But it's hot.
Because it's hot.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's it.
actually we are also shooting this for future us because I'm releasing this for the another business owners who also are trying to build brands. But also, since we are posing, we might start this Nike challenge continuously.
End of the year.
Maybe around November 15 or something, just before the Christmas season. Because one of my hypotheses, Etsuka was actually a really good timing.
Correct.
Timing is also important because Etsuka spent 2 months for the productions. Last 1 month is like a go. It's like a marketing, right? Online marketing, offline marketing, joining the bazaar, and they also you spend ads too, and then people are willing to buy something.
Because
So-
it's December.
I wanna have like a same situation. That's why one of the reason why it's also paused. And actually, after through this conversation, when we talk about 90-day challenge, let's not talk about my kimono scarf and then your patchwork. Because as you said, it's my kimono scarf is also kind of cheating too, right? So if you think very new things, like your Izome you couldn't sell, 0, right? So it's actually beyond, it's actually behind than Etsuka. My waterproof, maybe it's same, 1 cell. So it's same level of Etsuka. And then my lazy boy, I sell half. Because I couldn't build stops. It's half. So it's 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 like that.
So
As
it's
it's
kind of
what-
like we're the same level as
So-
where Etsuka started.
So when we think about that, we have 3 brands. I release 2 brands. You release 1 brand. And then 1 brand of me is same level Etsuka. Another 2 brands
Behind.
from you and me is also kind of behind Etsuka. So I think this is kind of frank,
Assessment.
the assessment,
I
right?
like that.
Yeah. But actually, I
Ate is
also
already calling, so probably PLDT guys need me.
Really?
maybe she was really knocking.
okay. So let's finish here first.
Yes.
Okay. So let's close.
Yes.
But one of the actually biggest achievement of last month, July, was we found Hoi in Vietnam. This is the biggest achievement, not only for 90 days, actually
But
for
for other
Etsuka,
brands,
right?
yeah.
So before, actually like essentially, in conclusion, Hoi An is a city that you can make the custom pieces in few hours.
24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours. You go there, show the design, and then sleep and go back to the tailors, and then it's boom. So you don't know how it's amazing
Innovation.
if you are not making the clothes, because I also started to make the clothes as a lazy boy, right?
1 month,
It's
right?
really taking time. You really don't know unless you are the apparel fashion business owner. In Philippines, you need to spend 1
1
month.
month.
In Japan, you need to spend 2 months or 3 months, and then you need to pay more. Like we got the quotation like 70,000 peso to just make
One sample.
one sample. That's a global standard actually. Like we also approach the US. US is also like around one sample is like a 500, 600, 700 or maybe more, right? And then taking time too. And Philippines cheap but takes time too.
Hoi-An, fast and mid-range. So that's
Mid-range, but it's
innovation.
even cheap.
Even cheap. I mean, it's a bit expensive than Philippines, but with
But
that
it's
speed,
almost compared than the Compare than Philippines.
Japan.
Yeah, it's like a Philippines here, Vietnam here,
Hoi-An, Japan.
right? It's same category, price is same category.
Yeah.
So that is actually one of the biggest like our
So
achievements.
probably we will be flying more often in Hoi-An just to prototype 50 designs at a time.
Yeah.
That will save us a lot of designing
Yeah.
time.
If you're also the startup fashion brand, so you wanna thrive with us.
No, actually, I'm thinking this
For
can
your
be
customers.
maybe just sharing. No, Harry and I are running a tech company before, and we're still not giving up on the idea that we will build a tech. Essentially, Etsuka is earning money at the same time.
It's not sorry for cutting. It's not giving up or something.
Mm.
It's a purpose should not be like okay we are going to build tech company.
Correct,
The purpose should be
solving
like
problem.
we're building the company
That will solve problem.
have the value.
Correct.
Right.
Now, anyway, scrap that. Edit that for the editor. So, I mean, as we grow Etsuka, we see the problems faced by business owners, by customers. And now, actually, this morning, I was just roughly thinking, wait, why don't we build a startup that will make it cheap for companies and customers to ship internationally? Because we were thinking of flying to Singapore and bringing items in Singapore and ship locally, and then our clients will save money. So I was like, why don't we make this as a business model? So brands can just send one time to one address, and then the local brand will be the one shipping to local address.
Actually,
So
our partner in Philippines are doing that ship.
No, it's one by one. So the shipping fee is still the same price.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, those kind of things. Like the more brands are growing, the more problems we are facing.
Correct.
And then if we think that okay, this is a problem to worse that we are spending money for building some platform or tech or something
Another
like
thing,
that.
I'm thinking, why don't we build a Hoi-An company? In a sense that we will prototype to the other companies in one week.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah, right.
Like in Japan, like it will take time to make the prototype, and then you need to spend for easily like 70,000 peso, 50,000 peso.
Correct.
Then just
Build a company in Hoi-An.
Yeah. We can do that. We can do that. We do MVP. Like we can also launch, and then you will be there. And then we are the Japanese company to make the prototype in 1 day.
Week. 1 day, and then ship to you the next
Yeah,
day.
shipping is like
Another problem.
or I can ship.
No, I mean, this kind of things, the more that we grow Etsuka, the more problems we see faced by customers and business owners alike.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, ate, by the way,
Okay.
if I have bruise tomorrow in the Katutubo event, it's not Harry. I fell down. It's too late. Anyway, so thank you so much
Just explain whole story.
I fell down the chair.
By yourself.
By myself. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for everyone who's supporting our 90-day challenge.
Only 20 people watching this.
Thank you, 20 people. So see you again. We will continue this. Maybe I will continue selling for some items, and then during the 90-day, I already have 100 clients.
Oh, don't follow that. Don't support me.
So see you again, and please tune into our journey. We have so many things in store. We want to fly to Singapore and New York this year.
Singapore, September, New York, October, or early November.
Yeah. Alright, see you.
Okay, but if you get the visa, okay?
If I get the visa. Okay, I need to run to a tech.